Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, episode number 130, coming at you. And right off the bat, I got to apologize for A, the late episode, and B, the lack of contact, just because I actually went to the ER earlier this week, and I have vertigo right now. So it's been kind of hard for me to focus on anything. Because A, my eyes can't pick a point on where they want to focus, and B, I'm in a constant state of dizziness. So I apologize for lack of contact this week as well as the late episode. But today is the day where I can kind of see better, and I'm feeling a little sick, I'm going to be honest with you. But that shouldn't stop you from listening. My pain shouldn't stop you from listening. Again, this is episode number 130, and if you guys would like to keep in contact with me, you can do that both on my Twitter or Instagram, both at Casting for Two, or if you want to send me a comment on, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, or even the website, you can. I welcome it. Go right ahead. Bring it on. I love hearing from you guys. Or there's my email at castingfor2@gmail.com. But anyway, I should get into my episode today because I have a lovely guest, and she is lovely, and I enjoyed chatting with her. It's the wonderful Sydney Doberstein, and she is on a web series right now, or she did a web series. Hopefully it continues because I want to see more Sydney. Okay, I told you that. It's called The Support Group, and it's a fun, bite-sized, chewable that goes down super easy, and it's a great web series, and everyone should go check it out. And both after you listen to this episode, of course, because Sydney was a great pleasure having on. And you know what? I'm tired of talking. Let's just get into this episode. So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. Sydney.
Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you.
You too. How is your morning going so far?
It's good. It's actually so sunny here in Vancouver right now.
Okay.
Got a cup of tea. I got my puppy on my lap. It's good.
There we go. I was very surprised because when I talk to people, they're not usually morning people.
Oh, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I feel like I hover between the world of morning and night person.
Yeah, so like afternoon person?
Well, and afternoon. No, it's whenever you need me, I can do it.
Okay, I gotcha.
So, yeah, if you need me to stay up till 3 o'clock, all right, I guess I'll do it. Or, hey, I need you at, 3 o'clock a.m., I could do it.
Yeah, see, I'm not like a past 10 o'clock p.m. sort of thing. It's like this ongoing joke with my friends that I'm like a grandma.
Right. Okay, so
go to bed early and wake up early.
What time do you go to bed?
If I had it my way, I go to bed at like 9, 10, but then stay up and watch something. And then wake up at like 7:30, 8:30 kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like to get a good start to my morning.
I can't get well, how many hours of sleep do you normally like to get and or need?
I feel really good with 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, okay. If I get more than 6, I'm useless.
More than 6?
More than 6, yes. If I get more than 6 hours, I don't feel like doing anything throughout the day because I just feel tired.
Oh my God. See, no, that doesn't work for me.
That's why I kind of have to force myself to go to or stay up later in the night.
So you're
Uh,
function off of less hours. That's crazy. I guess
yeah,
it works for you, you know. I'm sure it's not going to be like this for my whole life. I'm sure it'll change.
right, exactly, exactly. Yeah, no, I think I got it from my dad because he's one of those early to bed, early riser kind of guys.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. The past couple weekends I've been going to sleep early because I've just been tired, and my Wi-Fi goes out. So I'm like, well, I guess there's nothing to do but sleep.
Yeah.
But I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, well, it looks like I'm up.
Yeah, there's nothing to do at that time.
No, no. So, and then next thing I know, the Wi-Fi's back, and I'm watching Insidious 3.
Yeah.
But
As you do.
yeah, exactly. There's nothing like watching a scary movie in pitch black.
Yeah, that's the most comforting.
Exactly. Although Insidious 3 was not that scary.
Mm.
And
I haven't seen any of them. Is that the one with Rose Byrne?
she's in the first two.
Okay. Then they change up the actress?
Yes, because the third one is the prequel.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And when I say I'm not scared of that movie, I'm not trying to be macho and impress you, okay? I'm just
Sure.
saying they're not scary.
Oh, okay. It's not like a paranormal activity kind of scary.
No, and even those I'm not afraid of. And I'll tell you and the rest of the world why. When I see something digitally, I'm automatically not afraid.
Okay.
It's just my thing because then my brain goes, "Oh, so that's fake."
Yeah, you can understand that it's not real.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching some behind the scene like video or stills whatever of that Guillermo del Toro movie Crimson Peak,
Mm-hmm.
and the monster in it. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that monster looks scary." I'm gonna watch this movie. So I'm watching it, and they had the monster, but they put digital stuff all over it.
Right.
And then I was like, "Oh, well, now it's not real. Now I'm not afraid of it." So, and look, again, I'm not trying to be macho in front of you.
Oh, sure. I could not get past. Okay, so I watched Paranormal Activity, the first one. It
Yeah.
traumatized me, so I couldn't even watch the other ones. And I heard that the other ones weren't as scary as the original, but yeah, that because of the way it was filmed and it was so low budget,
Yeah.
it was just so realistic to me. And
Right.
I think a lot of people struggled with that one too.
Yeah, no, it they definitely do have that unique style that
Mhm.
was cool. I remember seeing the second one cuz I've watched all of them even though they're okay.
Yeah.
But I remember the second one just vividly in my head because that one is a prequel to the first one.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the third one is a prequel. And
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, there's so many prequels. They just keep doing them prequels.
A prequel. Hmm.
Exactly. They're just going to keep going back in time to when, George Washington first landed or, was born and then yet there's videotape of it.
There you go. That's kind of interesting.
There you go. Would you be interested in writing this with me?
Hmm.
As a Canadian, I feel like you have a good grip on American history.
Well, clearly. What a joke.
So, like I was telling you earlier, the first thing I love knowing about people in the entertainment industry is when they found out acting was for them.
Okay. I think for me, when I realized acting was what I wanted to do, it was after my musical theater and singing stage in life, which I'm still going through, I'd say.
Hmm.
I have always been a performer, as a lot of us are. I started into the whole musical theater and classical singing through middle school and high school. And then it was when I graduated high school, I I figured out, okay, if I still want to I need to take 5 months. I
Hmm.
need to take this year and go traveling. I'm going to go traveling for 5 months. If I still want to go to university for acting or pursue acting after this, then I know it's right for me.
Mhm.
Because it's what makes me feel most alive and I'm most passionate about it. So I went traveling at 18, and when I ended up in New Zealand, that was when the application was due for this university that I was interested in going to. Shout out to Capilano University in North Vancouver.
Hey.
And so I auditioned, I ended up getting in, and it was a program that was it was split between half film and half stage acting, which was pretty unique for what I had done my research on in
Hmm.
Vancouver. Hold on one second. My dog's getting into my peppermint. Hold
Uh-oh,
on.
okay.
Darwin, hey. I don't know if it's poisonous. I don't know if it's poisonous for dogs to eat peppermint, so I just figured I'll just go inside.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good rule of thumb. If you think it's poisonous, just not don't
Maybe
eat it.
just don't let them eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we eat it and it's delicious, but I don't know if it's harmful to a 6-month-old puppy.
There you go. Well,
Um,
dogs can't eat chocolate.
and that is just bizarre.
Right, right.
Anyways,
Eh,
back to Capilano.
yeah.
So I really wanted to go to the school. I knew a couple people that were in it, and they had nothing but amazing things to say. So went to the school, enjoyed my 3 years, realized, holy crap, I'm from a very small town on Vancouver Island, and we don't have a whole lot of film and television that shoots there.
Hmm.
So Vancouver is kind of where to go.
Right.
So
Well, now,
this was a whole new world to me that was being opened up.
yeah.
And it was so exciting. And that was kind of when I realized, like, I gotta go for this. I gotta try. Otherwise, I won't do it unless I do it now, and I'll have regret in life.
There we go.
So yeah,
There we go. So I'm curious, which city in Vancouver Island are you from?
I'm from a very small town called Black Creek. It
I know of Black Creek. Yes.
actually,
Yeah.
really?
I went to school in Victoria.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, so you do actually know Black Creek. It's a little farming community, and I don't even know how many people are there, but it's a part of the Comox Valley, which
Yeah.
I think has 40,000 to 50,000 now. That's bizarre. You went to Victoria. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I love Victoria. My girlfriend lives in Machosen.
I'm not sure where Machosen is.
It's in can. It's on the
It's in
island.
Canada. It's in Canada.
It's over there. Yeah, no. I when I was like you trying to figure out, if I wanted to do film school or not,
Hmm.
I went and visited a couple up there, and the film school in Victoria at the time just had everything that I was looking for. And yeah, so I said, let's do it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful there, and obviously I'm biased. I love Vancouver Island.
Yes, yes, so do I. And
Mhm.
it's when I was going there, it didn't even occur to me I was on an island.
Well, it's
Uh,
pretty big.
yeah,
Yeah.
and except when I'd want to go pick up a movie or something, and I'd go to the HMV and be like, "Hey, do you have this movie?" "Oh, no, we don't get it in on time." I go, "Why not?" It takes longer to get here because of the island, and it just didn't occur to me.
I know. I mean it's a big island, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
But it
Um,
has that feel to it though.
it
You come
does.
you come to a city and you realize, wow, the driving's so different. It's so populated here and there's just not as much space.
Right. Well. So, what were some of the things that were jarring going from a small farming town to a big city?
Definitely how everybody in Vancouver, at least when I came over here, I realized how in the zone everybody is and they're just interested in themselves,
Mm-hmm.
as you find in a big city. And it's funny because 5 years ago when I moved here, it was such a big city. Now it's like, oh, it's not that big.
Right.
I know my way around. But everybody, downtown, they don't make eye contact with you. And I'm just like the type of person that walks downtown trying to look at people in the eye. Like, do I recognize you? Do I know you? People probably think I'm really creepy.
I
But
No, I know what you mean because,
Mm.
if somebody looks at me in the eye and I look, we have this moment, I will say hi. So
Yeah,
it's,
it's just more friendly.
yeah, it's just the polite thing to do. And then they quickly look back down or whatever. I'm just like, oh, geez.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I love people watching. I find that so
Yeah.
so incredibly fascinating. Just people's reactions to that interaction and the lack of eye contact. I guess that's part of being an actress is I'm constantly studying people.
There you go. There you go. Have you ever just kind of copied a mannerism that you observed from a stranger into a project?
I've definitely used different pieces
Mm-hmm.
from people that I've seen in public. I used to take the bus a lot, and there would always be uh, this one lady that when I saw her get on the bus, I knew some crazy shit was going down. Like, oh God, she's gonna cause a scene. And she always did. So it was one of those things where I'd have my music on and I'd just casually press pause so I could listen to what was gonna happen. And her physicality was so interesting too because she was so tense all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see how I mean there's characters all around us, right, in public and I choose little things that I pick up on and observe from those people to bring into a character. I usually do that for like a theatrical piece.
Uh,
Haven't quite incorporated it as much into film and television, but that's something that can definitely be used.
well, and then so theater is a bit more. I've never done theater. I almost did, but it's a bit more um, expressive. I want to say
Yeah.
versus film. You have to contain everything inside you. Is that kind of there? True.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely with film and television it's more realistic and you don't have to show as much. With theater it's a little more extreme and that you have more playing ground to develop a bigger character kind of thing. I
Mm.
mean it obviously depends on what sort of project you're working on because there's some there's some projects out there for film and television that are quite out there with character development and how big you can go, which is kind of cool.
Have you ever crossed the projects by accident?
What do you mean cross them? Like,
Yeah, like you're doing a film or film project, and then you accidentally slip into like grand theater mode.
yes, and then the director would say, okay, a little bit smaller.
Okay, that was too big. You want to just like bring it in, reel
And
it in.
that's something you hear a lot
Yeah.
too for actors because you go big or you try something new and different, you're taking a risk and they like it or they don't like it,
Mhm.
which is cool.
There you go. Whenever I wanted an actor to go big, I would say, "What would Shia LaBeouf do?"
Oh,
And then they would do it.
yeah, they know exactly what you mean.
Yep, they would walk off set, go get tattoos, and get weird haircuts.
Perfect.
So,
Not
yeah.
an extreme at all.
Nope, not like Shia. Good old Shia. I actually really like Shia.
Yeah, never a dull moment though.
No. Oh, and so when does the support group, your web series, come into play?
hmm Well, it is already out.
Yes.
It's a 6 episode web series. And so we released it early 2016. And we're now just starting to have some screenings lined up, which is really exciting. We have our first one this week on Wednesday. So we're advertising lots for that. And then, so I believe we're screening the pilot episode and episode 2.
Mm.
And it's at a Women in Film and Television event downtown Vancouver. So I'm very excited. I'm a member of the Women in Film and Television organization, so I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
hmm And then we've got another one in May that's taking place at a theater in East Vancouver. And it's kind of one of those events where they're encouraging young filmmakers and performers to submit their own original work. And there wasn't really a guideline to it. I mean, it has to be appropriate, I'm sure.
Right, right, yeah.
Not just gonna screen anything. But yeah, we were accepted into that. So I'm very, very, very excited about that one. That's May 26th at the Rio Theater.
Hmm.
And we're still waiting to hear back about another one or I guess it's May 22nd at the Rio Theater as well. So very close, and I'm looking forward to getting it out there. It's all available online at our website, but it'll be cool to be sitting in the audience and see their reactions to it. Very nerve-wracking too.
Yeah, that I remember that I don't want to be in a room where somebody's watching my stuff.
Hmm.
It's just weird me watching them watch something I'm doing. Now, with that being said, if I was just acting, I have no problem being in the theater watching myself.
Really?
Yes, I if it's just me, like I didn't write it. I'm just I'm just helping out. I can take myself out of the project and just watch the guy who looks similarly like me.
Okay.
I'm weird like that though.
I feel like it's because you're the physical representation of the project.
Right.
It's a little, I don't know. I guess the whole project is
Right.
being judged, right? Like every audience member is going to have an opinion on what you've produced.
Right.
So it's whether you're the director, the producer, the craft services person, the costume person, like your name's attached to it.
Right.
So there's a level of vulnerability, but I think definitely maybe it's just because I am the lead in this web series. I feel a lot of vulnerability about how people are going to perceive me and their thoughts about it. And I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea,
Hmm.
but I'm really looking forward to sitting there and having that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of,
And plus,
"Ooh, did I make it?"
well, and then you, like you said, you did a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. You also helped write it
Hmm.
and produce it, and you did craft services as well.
I did do craft services. Well, I mean, it was a joint effort. My husband
Right.
also did, and our the co-creator's sister also did, and yeah, there's a team effort for sure.
There you go. And so, what was the process of a writing this project and getting it made?
Well, it took about a year
Hmm.
from start to finish, from developing the idea with Laura and Lily. Those are the other two creators, and my best friends. So it was really interesting to work with your two closest friends on a project that became a lot larger than we expected originally.
Hmm.
So we started developing this concept of a support group, and then we thought, well, let's try a web series because that's something we've never done before. We have a production company called Beyond Theater Productions, and we had always stuck to doing sketch comedy, little skits like that. So we were taking on quite a larger project doing a web series. But because we all went to Capilano, we had the connections to those Capilano alumni students in the film program as well. So that was very helpful. We have a lot of connections to people that wanted to help us with this, which is amazing. So we did the casting, which was probably one of my favorite parts. I'd never cast anything before,
Hmm.
but being able to be on that side rather than being the actress coming into audition and wondering, oh, what do they want from me? Like, I hope that I can fulfill what they need. I was sitting there as a casting director going, I'm just rooting for you. I just want you to do a good job. Like, don't be nervous. So it's interesting to see that side of things. And then, so we did that maybe within the first 3 months and then in, we went to camera in August and we did 7 days of shooting, I believe.
Hmm.
We cut back the last 2 days because we managed to miraculously get it into 7 days. And there was a few little challenges that came along the way. We had a power outage I believe it was three out of our locations on the final shoot day were without power. So it was a last minute scramble to find new locations. And then, so that was in August. And then we spent the next couple of months after that meeting with the editor and sitting in on the editing sessions to get our 6 episodes complete. So it was a big process. We were a part of it from start to finish. And I mean, it's still going on now, trying to figure out marketing and next steps for this project that you essentially have completed.
Right.
There's so many factors that go into it.
And so since you've been kind of doing all that, are you guys planning on doing a season 2?
Oh, sorry, that was my dog.
It's okay.
He's grumpy because I'm not paying attention to him right now.
Sorry. What's your dog's name?
His name's Darwin.
Sorry, Darwin.
Yeah, he's got an attitude problem. So we have spoken about doing a second season. I think at the moment we're focusing on getting this first up and submitting to festivals. So I think that's our primary focus at the moment. There is always the opportunity to maybe expand the season 1 episodes if that's something that we decide to do, or create a season 2. But at the moment, we are just working on getting people to know about the support group season 1 for now.
There we go. And so what I like to do for everyone in the podcast, I like to give everyone their own the space on the episode to talk about whatever you would like to talk about. Now, if you want to sit here and play with Darwin, that is totally your call.
Okay. Well, he's kind of misbehaving right now, so that will not be difficult at all.
No, but for the people at home who would like to keep in touch with the support group and as well as yourself, where can they do that?
Well, I have all social media up to date, so you can find me online. I've got a Facebook group, Sydney Doberstein. I've got my own website, www.sydneydoberstein.com. Also on Twitter, it's Sid Doberstein. And for the support group, it's www.thesupportgrouptheseries.com. All of our website has our 6 episodes. We've got YouTube channel, got Facebook, Twitter, you name it, Instagram even. So you can pretty much just Google search and it'll come up. Yeah. If you could go onto our Facebook page and like it or check it out, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, that would be amazing. We're always really open to feedback, even if it's positive or negative. We just want to hear what you thought about the series.
And there you go. So, and I checked this out during the weekend, and I enjoyed it. Cool. And you left me with a lot of unanswered questions. That's why I want a season 2.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you haven't, for everybody who's listening, if you haven't heard of the support group, it is a comedic web series. So it follows 3 best friends. There's a hoarder, an imposter, and my character who's a sex addict. It follows them in their journey trying to save their support group. So there's a lot. The episodes are really short too, so if it's a time issue, they're 5 to 7 minutes long at the longest. So you can always squeeze in a little episode before your work shift.
Yeah, they're bite size.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, there you go. And so Sydney, I feel like I have to let you go and have fun and play around with your pooch and all that good stuff.
Yeah. It's all good.
But no, thank you so much for joining me. And whenever you want to chat again, I'd be happy to have you back on the show.
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, it was a pleasure getting to know you over a podcast.
Yeah. And, if anything ever comes up film-wise, I will let you know because I'd like to work with you.
That's amazing. Yeah, likewise. Let me know if you're ever in Vancouver and show you around.
That sounds good. I need all my buddies from film school went to Vancouver, so my buddy, he promised me a visit to the Flash set.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, and I told him you better not be fucking with me because this is serious, and he said yes. So we'll see.
Get it in writing. That's all.
Damn it! I didn't do that.
All right, just gonna email you.
All right, yeah, I'll go email him then. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Chris. You as well.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.